Yeah, morning all. So myself, I'm Vijay. Like I hold 20 plus years of experience, which includes nearly 10 plus years of experience in this Python environment. So my experience includes design, development, and implementation of Python and Django based applications. Well versed in implementing different Python libraries like NumPy, CP, Pandas, PyTables, Matplotlib, right? Yes. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not? Yes.
Yes, it's visible and your voice is clear.
Right. So as part of today's demo, I'll be covering the following things right there. Why Python? Already we have many other programming languages. Why again Python? And that too, Python is not a kind of programming or a technology which is very recently introduced. It was introduced in the year 1989. Why all of a sudden Python has got a great boom? Reasons which makes it suddenly super popular. Who can learn Python? There is no prerequisites for learning Python. Anyone can update with Python. It doesn't mean that you need to have the knowledge on C or C++ or Java. No. Without any programming skills, without zero programming, right? You can update with Python. Python statements look like normal English statements. They are not as complex as other programmings. And the coding wise, if you see, not even one-fourth the coding as compared with other programming languages. I will demonstrate by taking a task and implementing the task in multiple programming languages. You can check the Python code with other programmings, how simple it is. How this all things I'll be discussing right in the today's and next session, right? And how Python was built. How Python was built or derived by taking the features from different other programming languages. Python real-time applications. Whenever you update with any technology, you need to know what kind of applications are we developing today. What kind of applications are we developing today by using this? Python usage. Who are using Python today? Who are using Python today? Topmost applications built by using Python. Python features as compared with other programmings. What are the new features you got in Python which are not available in other programmings? Python comparison with other programming and reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, and Python scope and job market. What is the scope of Python and what is the current job market and what is the scope of Python in the coming years, right? So Python was in the market from the last more than 30 years. It was in the market and it will be in the market, right? Yes. Starting with Python. Why Python? Starting with Python, right? Why Python, right? Python is a general purpose programming. General purpose programming, right? Yes. So before Python, there were some programming languages. If you heard about these programming languages, right? Yes. Pascal, Fortran, COBOL, these languages. These are purpose-based languages. These are purpose-based languages. These are used for a specific purpose. They are used for specific purpose, not for all the purposes. Pascal for complicated mathematical applications, Fortran for scientific applications, COBOL for business applications. Used for a specific purpose. Purpose-based languages, not for all the purposes, but a language which is suitable for developing any kind of application. A language which is suitable for developing any kind of applications. Such a language we call it as general purpose programming. We call it as general purpose programming language. So Python is such a kind where any kind of applications we can develop like automation applications, web applications, networking applications, desktop applications, right? Wide varieties of applications we can develop. Yes. So Python is a general purpose programming, any kind of applications we can develop. Multi-programming, it has got multi-programming features. Python has got multi-programming features, right? See, what all the features we see in different other programming languages, all the features we see in Python, like scripting features, modular programming features, object-oriented programming features, procedure-oriented programming features, all the features, because of this multi-programming features, we call Python as a hybrid language, high-level language. Just observe here, Python is a high-level language. There are two types of languages, I can say, two types of languages, mainly, right? Low-level languages. Low-level languages. Examples of low-level languages like assembly level language or machine level language. These languages, assembly level or machine level languages, they are not human understandable. They are not human understandable. They are not human understandable. Secondly, they are not portable. They are not portable. They are not human understandable. They are not portable. And they are machine dependent. They cannot run on all the machines and all the hardware and operating systems. Machine dependent. Machine dependent. They cannot run on all the hardware and all the operating systems. But high-level languages, like Python, they are human understandable. They are human understandable. They are portable. They are human understandable. They are portable and machine independent. They can run on all the hardware and all the operating system. Human understandable, portable, and machine independent. Yes. So Python is a high-level language. Interpreted language. Interpreted or Python is interpreted language means unlike other programming languages, Python executes statements by statement execution you are going to see. In other programming like C language, Java, entire program executes at once. Entire program is going to get executed at once. But here, entire program won't execute at once. Statement by statement execution, which makes debugging easy. user-friendly programming or programmer-friendly programming language. User-friendly programming or programmer-friendly programming language, which provides simple syntaxes, right? So Python is a general purpose, multi-programming features. It has got high-level language, interpreted language, and user-friendly programming. So as part of this course, what are the things I'll be discussing? See, Python has got procedural-oriented programming features. Example like C language, procedural-oriented programming like C language has got object-oriented programming features. It has got object-oriented programming features like C++, Java. It has got the features of C++, Java. Scripting features. Scripting features. Example like shell script. So procedural-oriented programming features like C language, object-oriented programming features like C++, Java, scripting features like shell script, and modular programming features like Modular 3. So just like C language, just like C++, like Java, like Modular 3, we can develop different types of applications here. Because of this multiple programming features, we call Python as a hybrid language. So as part of our course, I'll be discussing procedural oriented with Python, object oriented with Python, scripting and modular programming with Python. Once again, I say for learning Python, there is no prerequisites. Don't think that you need to have the knowledge on C or C++ or Java. Without any programming skills, you can update with Python. Okay, the syntaxes of Python looks different as compared with other programming. So we'll be discussing all the syntaxes from the scratch ground level to the advanced level, right? Yes. The two major programming languages which are used for enterprise applications creations, Python and Java. The two major programming languages that are used for enterprise applications creations, Python and Java. But the Java programmers, if you talk about this Java, these Java programmers or developers are strictly restricted to use only object-oriented programming features only. Without object-oriented programming, you cannot develop a program or an application in Java. But in Python, with object-oriented, without object-oriented, with procedural-oriented, with modular programming, we can develop different varieties of applications, right? And the scripting, because of the scripting features, see, Python is one of the best scripting language with vast varieties of libraries for the scripting. These scripting features you can use in writing automation scripts in DevOps, AWS, and also in IoT, in robotics. We will be writing Python scripts, right? Yes. And this modular programming, because of this modular programming, today Python has got a great boom, and thousands of modules Python is providing. 89,300 inbuilt modules Python is providing for different environments. 89,300 inbuilt modules Python is providing for different environments. Whatever environment you are from, Python is providing a module, right? So if I'm from testing or if you're from networking or data science or big data or databases, okay, any domain or any environment, Python has got a module. Python is providing module for that environment. Okay. Reasons, reasons which makes reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Suddenly super popular, right? You may ask if you go back, it was introduced in the year 1989, but even we see in 2010 or 2005 or 2010, right? Nobody knows that there was a programming language like Python. But all of a sudden, why Python has got great boom? Because of this modular programming, how many modules Python has introduced, especially for this automations, for data science environment, for big data environment. Because of this modules concept, Python has got a great boom, and which makes it super popular means most of the programmers or developers are attracted towards Python, migrating towards Python. First thing is very less coding. Very less coding Python has got, not even 1/4 code compared with other programmings, and that too simple syntaxes. Simple syntaxes given by Python. Interactive mode given by Python. This kind of interactive mode means we can easily interact with Python statement by statement. For every statement, it is going to give the response. For every statement, it is going to give the response. This kind of interaction you cannot see in other programming languages. For example, in the bottom search panel, type CMD to go to the command prompt and type Python if already installed in the system. So just say Python. Can you see it is going to display the Python version 3.13, the latest version released on October 7, 2024, almost like 1 month ago, right? So can you see this three arrow symbol? Any valid Python statements you can type and you can interact here. I'm just saying like 3 plus 6, 23 into 45. Yes. Any valid Python statements, X value as 10, Y as 4. What is X you're asking? What is Y? What is X plus Y? What is X minus Y? What is X into Y? X by Y. Sorry. X by Y. Sorry. X by Y. It's any valid Python statements you can type and you can interact. X into 2, 10 into 2, X to the power 10 square, 10 square, X into 2, 10 square, right? Yes. X equal to hello. X into 3 prints hello for 3 times. X into 5 prints hello for 5 times. So any valid statements you can type and you can interact here. If you say quit, it will come out of this. Just say quit, it comes out of it. So in this kind of interaction, you cannot see in other programming, statement-wise interaction. It's every statement, it will give response, right? That's why we say interpretation in Python, interpretation, line by line execution. Wide varieties of applications, multi-programming features. Just now, just before I discussed, has got multi-programming features. Multi-programming features. What all, see, just like procedural oriented, object oriented, scripting, modular programming features, multiple programming features. That's why we call it as hybrid language. Wide varieties of applications. Wide varieties of applications we can develop using Python. Any kind of applications we can develop using Python. Later, just in the next session, I'll brief you about all the types of varieties of applications that we can develop using Python. Many built-in libraries you got in Python. 89,300 inbuilt modules Python has got for different environments. Whatever domain you are from, environment you are from, Python is providing a module. These are the features, these are the reasons which makes Python super popular today. Python is the #1 ranked programming, right? It's the #1 ranked programming because of its diversified number of applications creations, mostly used in developing different, in implementing different domains, different high-end technologies. Right. For example, you can just Google and check. You can just Google and check, right? Most popular coding, most popular, just check it, most popular coding language. What is the first thing? It is giving the result. Python is the most popular coding language. Here are some reasons why Python is so popular. See, some reasons which are just I said in the Google, I said most popular coding language. So what are the reasons? Easy to learn. Python syntax is based on English, easier to read, understand as compared with other languages. It is an open source, no licensing required. Versatile, used in many industries like financials, in data science, in engineering, machine learning, artificial intelligence. Popular with startups like Python skills are high in demand today. Used for well-known companies like Python is used by companies like Dropbox, Netflix, Facebook. Okay, you can see more results on this. You can see more results, popular coding language, right? 2000, see, observe here. Can you see here? One second. Best programming languages to learn in 2024. Best programming language to learn in 2024, right? Yes. Python, the #1 is, it's a champion. Python is the champion, right? So to know here based on the command Python, next SQL, TypeScript, the other things, many things it is showing, right? But if you see, go back there. Most, okay, most popular coding languages, most popular programming languages used by top 25 unicorns, Python, Java, JavaScript. Top 10 programming languages. Python stands as the #1 ranked. Next comes the other things. Top programming languages, Python, Java, and JavaScript. Okay. Rankings also, right? But Python is the #1 ranked programming languages. You know, see ranking. Here rank you can see rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Python has got the first rank, Java, C, and the next comes the other ranks. All right. Even if you see the jobs for this Python jobs, you can ask for this to Python jobs. You can just Google in this Python jobs. One lakh 71,000, 1,71,784 Python openings. And see a lot of jobs for Python. Not only the Python jobs, even if you update with this Python framework, like Django framework, right? Not apart along with Python, if you see the Python framework like Django jobs, lot of jobs for this Django also, right? People who knows Django is very less. People who has got knowledge in this Django, they might be knowing about Python, but Django, very less people knows about this Django. But as of now, the competition is very less. If you update with Django, definitely you can go through this job process. See here, 13,000 Django developer jobs. Okay, a lot of jobs for Django also, right? Yes. So as part of the course, right, I'll be discussing different important libraries of Python. As compared, you can just compare with other training sites. What are the other things you may ask why I need to go with this? Means important modules like matplotlib library, matplotlib library, right? NumPy library and pandas library. So just first, not only this, many other libraries I'll be discussing. These libraries you can see whenever any other training sites, right? They won't deal with these libraries. These are high-end libraries, right? Where in this, we'll be dealing with this matplotlib, NumPy, and pandas. So you can see there are jobs available only with these libraries. If you just to go with this library, pandas, matplotlib, and NumPy, just check it in the Google. You can search, right? Pandas, NumPy, and matplotlib jobs. You can check it. 35,000 Python, NumPy, pandas, matplotlib job vacancies. 35,000 Python, NumPy, pandas, and matplotlib job vacancies. Okay, a lot of jobs for that. So only if you just update with this module, like if you have got knowledge on this matplotlib, NumPy, pandas, even Excel RD, Excel SX, writer, OpenPyXL, OpenPyXL, TK Inter, TK Inter for graphics, right? PyMySQL for this connecting to databases. CX underscore Oracle for Oracle related, for MySQL related things, right? OS. The name of the model itself is OS module, right? So in this way, many modules, advanced modules I'll be discussing as part of this course. So yes. Not only this, how to create our own modules. How to create our own modules also I'll be briefing you. This modular programming, user-defined, predefined modules. Now you can check the course content, right? What I'm going to discuss. Lengthy course content you can observe, right? Because you to get the command on this Python programming from the basic level to the advanced level, everything I'm covering. So what is Python? Why Python? History, applications, features, versions, installation, flavors, Python operations, Python modes, interactive mode, batch mode, Python data types, Python constants, variables, comments, input output statements, type conversions, escape sequences, strings, and operators in Python, different types of operators, arithmetic, comparison, logical, assignment, bitwise membership. IDs. In real time, we use these IDs, integrated development environments, right? Just a second. Just Python IDs, integrated development environments. Different types of IDs I'm going to discuss: PyCharm, PyDev, Komodo, Spider, Eclipse, NetBeans, Jupyter. Working with Anaconda Prompt, Anaconda Navigator, Jupyter Notebook, Spider, all these things, right? Not on a single ID, unlike other training sets. I'll be going with multiple IDs. Flow control statements, flow control statements, and looping statements, statements in strings in Python, string properties, string indexing, string slicing, string functions, string methods, string special characters, and collections in Python, list tuples, sets, and dictionaries. First one, list properties, list operations, list functions, list methods, list address, nested list modifications, right? Python tuples and Python sets, Python dictionary. These are the things I'm going to discuss. Functions, functions in Python, different types of defining categories of functions, arguments type, default, non-default, keyword, non-keyword, different types of functions, lambda functions, filter function, map function, reduce functions, right? Zip function, variable length arguments, call by reference, call by value, local and global, right? Anonymous functions, lambda functions, right? Modules in Python, modular programming, how to import modules, different ways of importing, normal import, from import, renaming a module, reloading a module, packages in Python, errors and exception handlings, error handling, exception handling in Python, file handling in Python, object-oriented programming concepts in brief, class object inheritance polymorphism. Object-oriented programming features, right? Regular expressions, regular expression, compiling regular expression, find all, find ITR, sub function, match function, search function, splitting a string, replacing text, database access, database connectivity, right? Installing, okay, installing MySQL database. I'm going to show you how to install a database also. It doesn't have database, installation of database, connecting to the database, working with SQL statements before I go with Python database connections, like creating a cursor object, connection object, and working with this bind variables, SQL queries, transaction management, Python datetime, Python operating system module. You can check here advanced concepts like iterators, generators, closers, decorators, web scraping, working with CSV, XML, JSON files, debugging, graphical programming like TK-Inter, like these things, labels, fonts, buttons, right? Excel workbook, working with Excel workbook, Excel RD, Excel SX writer. Okay. Data analytics I'll be discussing like Pandas, NumPy, Matplotlib, introduction to data science, Pandas module in brief. Pandas in brief, right? Pandas, Python, Pandas data frames from the series, Pandas data frames from CSV, Excel file, from JSON file, from databases, Pandas time delta, data frames from time delta, right? Grouping segregations from data frames from list, data frame functionalities, and with the Pandas and Matplotlib. So, in brief about this Python Pandas, and also not only Pandas, NumPy module in brief. All this NumPy module, right? These are the topics. And even Matplotlib, generating different types of graphs, normal graphs, histograms, scatter plots, stack plots, pie graphs. All this I'm going to discuss, right? These 30 topics in brief from Python, that is for Python core and advanced. Okay. Okay. Apart from this Python core and advanced, people, anyone, if you want to go for Python full stack, like if you want to update with the framework of Python, like Django framework. What is Django? Yes, history of Django, features, characteristics, companies, web frameworks, the Django installation, Django private architecture, Django application creation, Django views, Django templates, the Django admin, and the Django models, the advanced concepts, right? All this will be discussed with many examples. For this Django framework, 15 applications will be developing, right? We'll be developing 15 applications along with me. And if you get any errors, we'll be sharing the screen, right? Apart from this, you'll be given knowledge on this HTML, CSS, UI technologies, right? Like HTML, CSS, JavaScript are the part of this. And one more framework like Flash framework I'm going to discuss, right? For this. Okay. So 1 second. Just a second. So here you can check with this, right? Yes. Python core and Python advanced, right? Both nearly 70 hours I'll be spending, right? 70 to 75 hours. It's not like 45 hours course. Like just I'll be spending 70 hours, nearly 2 months to 2.5 months it will be taking for Python. 6,000 is the course fee for it. And apart from this Python, people who go for full stack, UI technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap will be discussed. And Django framework, like 15 to 20 applications creations will be developing during this course. Flask framework, one more framework I'll be dealing with, right? And MySQL database and a project. So 2 to 6. Okay. From the topics 2 to 6, from the topics 2 to 6, right? This also I'll be spending 70 hours for it. That is for full stack. 7,000 is the course fee. So Python 70 hours, framework 70 hours, totally 140 hours. So 6,000 for this and 7,000 for this framework. But if you're taking the entire package with a single payment, right? It's 12,000 for that entire, where you will be Python core, Python advanced, UI technology like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap, and the Django framework, Flask framework, MySQL, all this with this. Let me make it clear about the timing of this batch. First 1 week, you'll be having the timing at 8 a.m., 1 week to 10. Right, so first 2 weeks, it will be at 8 a.m. Later, it will be at starting at 7 a.m., right? For the first 2 weeks, it will be at 8 a.m. Later, it will be at 7 a.m., right? So, and what are the offerings from my side? Every session video, whatever the class is taken, the session video that day itself you will be getting, right, to your Google Drive. Soft copy of the class notes, assignments and tasks to work with, because based on this assignments tasks only, you will get a comment on this programming, a WhatsApp group for technical discussions. And if you get any errors, you can take the snap of it and post in the WhatsApp. And 300 plus code examples in this Python core in advanced, 20 plus applications creations in this advanced. Even interview questions I'll be providing. There's one more package. I also deal with big data, right? Big data package is also available. Hadoop, PySpark, Linux, Python, where this four will be covered for 15,000. Hadoop, PySpark, Linux, and Python. Python, this 2 months, whatever this course, 2 months core in advance, everything you can attend with any of my Monday to Friday it will be, but this will be on weekends only. This will be on the weekends, evenings still going to be, right? Like 6 o'clock, 6:30, right? Yes. 12 weekends for this, 15 days. 15,000 is the course fee, right? That is related to this big data where you will get Python also. Yeah. Any queries from your side? Anyone? Right. Any queries from your side? Yes.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Go ahead.
Hi, good morning. Sir, actually, I would like to know that all these modules will be covered by you, or there will be multiple faculties for each module.
Which one? No, no, no. Everything by myself only.
Okay. I mean, from starting to till end, including the
Uh,
class.
Yes,
UI.
everything I will be dealing with those things.
And for each mod, are you going to go for projects for each module, or by end of the course?
Yes, yes. By the end of the course, at the end of the course, I'll be discussing. But I said I'll be develop. You are going to develop 15 to 15 applications minimum, right? 15 applications you are going to develop.
15 applications. So, I mean, after completing every module, there will be a project, right?
Yes. See one thing. In Django applications, you'll be creating applications, right? So just if you go through that previous 1 second, if I show you the previous any of this, so these are the Django batches you can see. In that Django apps creation, if you open any Django apps once here, my project 1, 2, 3, 4, minimum 15 I said, but more than that, my project 1, my project 2, my project 3. In Django applications means in that course itself, Django application itself, we will be developing this up. See here, my project 1, 2, 3. Any batch if you take more than 15, 20, it will be. So for the practical, by developing those many, right, you can just get through that interview process. Not first 1, 2 applications, you will feel something new, but later on everything will be, the first 4, 5 steps will be same to all that programming. So it's Python is not a very huge coding kind of language. Very less coding you are observing, that too like English statements. So you being regular to the sessions, and all the sessions will be interactive. For each and every statement I type, you should respond what will be the output for it, right? And clear notes, and that's videos you'll be getting for it.
Okay. And
Asking queries, you can immediately unmute yourself and you can ask the queries during the session, or you can type in the chat, right? Something was asked.
okay. And in terms of database, so are you going to take on SQLite as well? Because as I understand that that will be required in NumPy or somewhere, right?
Yes, yes. SQLite also, it's a database given by Python. So that SQLite also, SQLite 3 we say, that is also will be covered.
Okay. So MySQL, MongoDB, and SQLite, right? Three of them.
MongoDB, no, MySQL and this SQLite.
Okay, two of them.
And Oracle, how to work with this Oracle languages.
Okay, and the basics of Oracle.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And how can we pay for this course and register? Because after demo, there will be regular classes, right?
Yes. So you can see in the chart, right? In the chart, can you see in the Zoom chart? Zoom chat, can you see a big message given by that online DURGASOFT, right?
Yes, yes, I
Can you
can
see a
see that.
big message? Course content is given, Python full stack course content is given. Their contact details are provided, right? Contact details are provided, right? Yes.
Okay, okay. Got it. Thank you.
Yes. Contact details and this all phone pay, Google Pay, and this. And one thing, people generally they get enrolled, but it is they are given one note. Can you see that note? Please send the screenshot of your payment to that mail ID provided. DURGASOFT online training. Then only they forward the link for you. Fine. Fine. Any other queries, right? So, so just to get enrolled for this, next session will be on Monday. The next session is going to be on Monday, right? From Monday, we are going to start with the things. Okay, be regular to the sessions. Try to interact, try to ask queries, and try to work with the assignments task. You'll be getting command, right? And people who go for certifications also, I'll be helping them. What are the queries they'll be asking, how your performance is going to be measured. Yes, and today Python, directly or indirectly, you are going to touch with Python in the software field. You go to that, most of these high-end technologies, they are using Python, like data science, total implementation in Python, big data like Spark, PySpark, right, in Python. And if it's in DevOps, AWS, writing automation scripts in IoT, in robotics, all these things, right, they're using Python script. So if I'm done with your queries, if there are no other queries, right, I will sign off for now. Meet you on Monday, same time at 8 o'clock with the same link, right, as of now. Okay, fine. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Bye bye.